I want to begin with a question. What if we took a longer view of our lives? The culture that we live in, the soup that we swim in, wants us to fix everything and keep on going. Fix this, keep going, then fix that and keep going. But it creates a jail, this fix it mentality. And what if we were to think about our lives as a whole, the where we've been and where we're going? So many women I talk to say, I had dreams, but I don't have them anymore. They've just sort of evaporated in the stress of the living moment to moment, solving problem after another. And in the end of this reading, so this reading talks about what it feels like to break free from this jail of a cultural demand that we stay not present, as Eckhart Tolle says, but as we stay fixed on self-care. I come back to Mary Oliver, whose voice always sustains me, and she asks, what will I do with this wild and precious life, this one wild and precious life? So let me read this section to you about breaking free from our self-care prison. We know in our bones that self-care isn't enough, but we haven't been able to figure out what else to do. We're simply busy, too busy, balancing work, kids, and parents. We are expected to be on call and available 24/7. We have a toxic definition of success and an addiction to our devices. It sounds cruel to say that we are hamsters running on wheels, but we are. Turning our focus to self-healing asks us to learn how to feel what our bodies are saying to us. I can tell you that I had no idea, absolutely no idea, what my body was saying to me until I was well over 50 years old. Learning to listen to this inner wisdom takes time and attention. It's not flipping a switch. I didn't write that. I just added that in for you. Unexpectedly, I found just such an invitation in a book that a friend had recommended. Maybe you've read it. Lori Gottlieb's Maybe You Should Talk to Someone, a therapist, her therapist, and our lives revealed. We meet Lori Gottlieb, the therapist, through short vignettes of sessions with her patients. But she also takes us inside her personal life, where her boyfriend has just ended their marriage-bound relationship because he didn't want to live the next 10 years with her young son. Devastated, Gottlieb seeks out a therapist for herself and finds Wendell Bronson, with whom she begins to unravel the breakup and what the preceding relationship was keeping in the shadows. Lori is sitting in Wendell's office and running through the busyness of her life. Her father's poor health, a recent dream, wrinkles appearing on her forehead, and other items on a readily available mental list. Wendell, who has been meeting with Lori for quite some time now, sees an opportunity to challenge her string of surface level complaints by singing his own impromptu made up lyrics for the song of her life. His bluesy message rolls out, half my life is over, oh yeah, half my life has passed me by. I wish I could go back, change the past, have more years to get it right. Lori's first response is resistance, and she wants to tell Wendell how annoying he is. But then she realizes that Wendell is quite serious. Wendell looks into her eyes and says to her quietly, nobody is going to save you. He goes on to say, I'm reminded of a famous cartoon. It's of a prisoner shaking the bars, desperately trying to get out. But to his right and left, it's open, No bars. All the prisoner has to do is walk around. Walk around. But still, he frantically shakes the bars. That's most of us. We feel completely stuck, trapped in our emotional cells, but there is a way out as long as we're willing to see it. Laurie closes her eyes and takes a breath. After a lengthy pause, she realizes, you are your own jailer? Self-care was my jail. The author and thought leader, Martha Beck, offered some similar advice on an Instagram story. When big change is occurring in our lives, our temptation is to take control of the situation. I saw self-care as a way of taking control. Beck recommends instead to be in trust during this transition, that what needs to happen will happen. Being in trust to me means trusting our inner selves, our bodies, our intuition. Self-healing invites us into that trust, but it is, as I have seen, a scary and unpredictable path. A self-healing perspective invites us to face the bars of our jail. So often we put our hands on these bars and we rattle our cage, but we don't dare walk to the side and step out into the light of day. In walking around the jail cell's bars, we access the hope of finding meaning, the meaning we were intended to live to its fullest. It is the dream of becoming who we were meant to be at this crucial halfway juncture. We fear that it is too late. No, I say no. There is so much time for each of us, so much time to become who we were meant to be. Mary Oliver, in her poem, The Journey, offers us a get out of jail card with a simple roadmap for self-healing. As you strode deeper and deeper into the world, determined to do the only thing you could do, determined to save the only life that you can save. So that's the reading. And I wonder, dear one, dear Fierce over 51, what is it that you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Many of us have spent decades tending to others, doing what needed to be done, cleaning up what needed to be cleaned up, often someone else's messes. But rarely have we been given the question that Mary Oliver poses to us. What will we do, each one of us? And that wondering is where we start. That wondering is a sacred, sacred door to our journey. So if you are beginning to wonder and would like to join a group of women who are traveling along this path, just go to my website, FierceOver50.com, click on Work with Me, and read about the Fierce Over 50 Gathering. I'd love to talk to you about it. Take care. Bye-bye.